Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 128 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series, where I'm checking out the Glassblower's hut, currently in progress. I gotta assume that this thing's almost done, because it looks pretty huttish. Looks like a, pretty hutty. Looking good, looking fancy. Look, we got a roof going in. Yeah, this thing's gotta be almost done. Glassblower's hut is in progress today. Doing a little bit more research over at the resource column. I think that thing's pretty much done with all the stuff I was researching. Let's see, what do we have on our to-do list? Glassblower's hut is cool. I was gonna look at the library. I wanted to make that, didn't I? Didn't I say I wanted to make the library? The enchanters thing I wasn't gonna make. That didn't seem like a thing that I wanted to do. Oh look, he's placing torches. That definitely means he's almost done, right? Yeah, he's got to be almost done. So we've got that. We've got Archery Mark II getting upgraded here. You can see that kind of being in progress. I also want to call out some hilarity over at my sheep farm. So I went over to the sheep farm. I'm like, all the sheep wandered inside. Where are all the sheep at? Where are all the sheep, Jackson? What are you doing with all these sheep? Oh, good. Glassblower's hut is done. I went upstairs. Oh. I don't understand. Somebody explain to me how this happened. Can anyone explain to me how this happened? Like, how did all the sheep get up here? Literally all of them. Every single sheep is up here on the second floor. How that happened, I couldn't even tell you. Can sheep climb ladders? Is that like, I'm not a vanilla Minecraft expert. Can sheep climb ladders? I don't even know. But, alas, they are all upstairs, every sheep. I guess they're not doing a good job of eating grass. Oh yeah, I decided to upgrade all my barracks towers, so they are all scheduled to be upgraded. So once archery is done here, both these guys will be working on my 4 barracks towers. But hey, Glassblower's hut, yay! So that's cool. I'm assuming we got a worker already, right? Because you auto-hire. Yes. We got Kaysen. Kaysen Cunningham came to work for us, doing the Glassblower thing. Now, list of recipes. So he knows how to turn sand into glass, so that's cool. I'm going to teach him glass panes. Because, we always need those. Yeah, we totally do. So that'll be cool. I don't know what else he might need to be taught, but at least now we know how to do that, right? What did I have over here? A couple guard towers? Yeah, it might not be a bad idea. We should kick off the building process for that as well. Just to have that thing ready to go. So we've got quite a few builds in progress at the moment. All of our colonists should be working towards making that happen. So I think that's pretty good. It's looking nice, right? I think it looks... I'm liking my village. I'm not doing a bad job here, I don't think. Could use some more roads, could use some walls. Aside from that, I feel like it's pretty nice. It's a nice village. I think I did all right. Not too shabby. I could upgrade this guy at some point. I think that makes better people visit, like better stats. Right, so like the people who come visit here. Wow, that person just literally vanished in front of me. But like Carolyn, right? She's visiting from elsewhere, and these are her stats, right? If I were to upgrade this tavern, I think the people who come visit would have better stats. So that's kind of neat. But we've also got the school going, so that trains kids and makes our villagers born here in our colony a little bit better stat wise all around. The library might be cool, but I'm questioning if I want a library. We'll see. What kind of research was I doing? I forget what research we were even working on. I should go take a peek. Are there any other buildings that I wanted to get that I wanted to focus on? Right now I kicked off, what did I kick off? Pave the road. That gets us the concrete mixer's hut. That might be cool. The sieve might be neat. It unlocks the sifter's hut. I don't know what the sifter's hut gets us. What's the sifter's hut gets us? I'm going to take a quick peek. Mine Colonies has a really good wiki. Like, really good. So the sifter's hut, they will sift through dirt, gravel, sand, or soul sand to find loot. Doing this will make the block the sifter is sifting disappear. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, so you can get a bunch of seeds from dirt. You can get, from gravel, you can get like coal, diamonds, lapis, that kind of thing. From sand, you can get cacti and gold nuggets and sugarcane. From soul sand, you can get blaze powder, glowstone. So I don't think I would need that for the village. That might be something cool, like, for me, right? So the village could produce diamonds and emeralds for me. But I don't really need them, so I don't know if I want the Sifter's Hut right now. There's some redstone-y stuff down here. They can get, like, minecarts. I know you can do something with minecarts. I didn't super look into it. You know what I should do, though? I should look into combat. What kind of combat should I get? Guards need 500% less sleep. Wow. Wow, that's pretty cool. And that's just iron ingots. Yeah, I think that might not be a bad idea. We should really up the combat stuff, right? So I'm going to make sure that our combat things are getting researched. Avoidance. Requires guard tower total. Knights unlock shield use. That's kind of cool. Guard durability 10%. Taunt. Knights force mobs to target them. I kind of like that idea too. So that needs some spider eyes, some bones, and some rotten flesh. I like that idea too, because, you know, spider eyes, bones, flesh. We'll get both of these research covered. That'll unlock at least, you know, the more advanced versions of that. So we'll be able to get into like some of these researches at some point. I think what I really should focus on research-wise, we've been focusing on technology for the most part because we've wanted to make sure we can build all our buildings. Now I think combat's going to be the important thing to focus on, only because I want these guys to be able to defend the village without me being here, right? I want to be able to be off and not worry like, oh, there's a raid happening, I have to come back and defend the village because my villages can't handle it. I want this to be totally kind of doable without me, right? Let's see. Diligent, rails. I'm just taking a peek at what some of these things do. Yeah, mystical sight, I think makes them just like happy or something. I don't know. Yeah, none of this seems to unlock anything. Technology, I think, is where most of the unlocks are. These are all like boosts to your villagers, it seems like. More health, more things, increase max citizens. I wonder what like your total. It's cool. All right, anyway, so that's the research kicked off, ready to roll. The glassblower's hut is done. The villager, or my builders now, they'll finish the archery to level 2, which will be nice. Combat Academy is also level 2. I might want to bump these two up to level 3, combat and archery, but we'll see. I kind of said like last episode, I was thinking about getting into a little bit of mechanism fun, playing with fusion reactors. Just because. So it's been a really long time, it feels like to me. I don't know how long it's been, but boy, does my brain feel like it's been a long time since we've even looked in this general direction at RF power gen. Because we got to the point where we were generating such a stupid amount of power that we would really kind of never use it. Unless, of course, we wanted to tap this thing and make more antimatter, which, meh, you know, antimatter's cool. I don't know how much we would need to use it. But how did I even leave this off? So we do have some fissile fuel here. So you guys are all good to go. So you've got plenty of fuel. This thing's all, I presume, doing a nice job. Yeah, lots of fissile fuel. So if I needed RF, I could just turn on my nuclear reactors and they would, I presume, just run fine, right? Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful temperature-wise. Now I never did actually check, but is it possible that I can bump this guy up a little bit more? If I made you 310, would you be cool? 880. Seems okay. Look, we have a net gain on heated coolant. Yeah. Yeah. So I think we have to keep it at 305. Still never did figure out why that's the case. Never quite did figure out why this can't cool the sodium fast enough. It should be able to, stat-wise. But I'm not going to sweat over it. Anyway, let's look at making fusion, just because for funds, right? Because fusion can be neat, and I think that's what I would like to see. A little bit of fusion power going on. Coolant tank, huh? Nice. Yeah, everything is good here. All right. Yeah, so fusion it is. So to get fusion going, there's going to be quite a few steps involved here, and might require just a smidge of automation. All right, guys, I don't wish to cause any alarm, but we have a horde of raiders coming from the northwest. Northwest would be this way, right? All right. So I need to be prepared to assist my villagers, because they're still not, you know, the greatest. I guess we'll see what happens. Oh, are they getting attacked? Are my dudes already attacking them? Because that's pretty cool. Take him down, guards. Let's go. My guards seem to be doing an okay job. I'm excited about that. Very excited about that. I'm guessing, are you villagers? No, you're a chief barbarian. So who's attacking them? Who's killing them? I have no idea how they're dying. Are my guards even a little bit, like, doing something? Psst, guards, this is your job. I'm very concerned about how bad my guards are. Like, granted, there's not a guard tower right here, but, like, shouldn't there be, like, a mad scramble?
I'll be back! I'll be back! I'll be back!
I would like my guards to get one kill. I feel like that's not asking a lot, right?
I'll be back!
Is that asking a lot? Like, are all my guards on vacation? Like, what's going on? They're just wandering through my village unabated. No concern. They're just like, yeah, I'm here. I'm killing everybody. It's cool there. Well,
I'll be back!
don't question it.
I'll be back!
See, this is why I need to babysit my village. Here comes Max. Oh, look, something's happening. Salem's on the case. Good job, Salem.
I'll be back!
Oh, she got some green sparkles. She's like, yay, I killed one. Alright, I'm gonna stop now, bye. I guess maybe I'll go kill that one too.
I'll be back! I'll be back!
Look, I said my goal was that our guards would kill one raider. And I think we're about to have them kill a second. So, I mean, I doubled my goal. I only wanted them to have to kill one. They killed two. They did so good. I'm very disappointed in my guards. We've got like 20 guards in this village. Like, granted, they are pretty focused over in this area. I will grant that. I will grant that a lot of them probably hang out in that general area. But I feel like if raiders are coming, I should see a mad scrap. All my guards should all be like booking it to the northwest and be like, oh, raiders, we gotta attack. But no. But no. Let's build this thing up. So he's kind of close to the northwesty kind of place. I mean, I would hope that if they attacked from the southwest, they would face some repercussions. That would be my hope. But I honestly don't know. Now, what's going on over here? How come you guys are being so slow about making things? You need torches. Did I teach you specifically torches? Like, list of recipes? Yeah, you know how to make torches out of charcoal. But I'll give you some torches. Cool. I'm just wondering why things aren't done yet in this village, and it's because they're all lazy. They're all lazy, these villagers. I leave for 5 minutes to go work on a fusion reactor. You guys get attacked by raiders and don't even try to defend them. That's how this goes? Understood. You, what do you need? Spruce doors. Okay. Spruce doors, for some reason, is a thing I guess our villagers also don't. Now, if I looked on the thing here, would you not know how to make spruce doors? That is true. So let me go over to my woodworker, sawmill. List of recipes. You know how to make some spruce things, but I guess not spruce doors. So I will teach the recipe of spruce door. And now that should fall off my clipboard now. And it should show up here as a task. Yes, spruce door for yeast roll. Perfect. All right. Back in a few for fusion. Alright guys, we're back. So real quick, I just wanted to mention I've been running my nuclear reactors here a little bit because I needed polonium. So made sure that this stuff was all working. And actually, when you run both reactors, you get a real lot of polonium real fast. Check this out. Boom. Polonium pellets, like, what's that, once every second? On average, I would say. Like, it's pretty darn quick, right? So I let that run for a few minutes off camera here because polonium is an ingredient in the fusion reactor frames that we need. So what I've done is I've kind of gotten ready on my JEI to-do list here with all the components we're going to need. So first off, we're going to need to build the multi-block reactor, and that's made out of these 4 blocks here. Secondly, we're going to need to shoot lasers into it to kickstart the reaction, which is kickstarted with a hull ROM, one of these guys, which is an item that stores basically a bunch of DT fuel fuel. And then we're going to need to pump, I want to say, do we pump DT fuel itself into the reactor? Or do we, I forget exactly what we pump into the reactor. But we pump some fuel in there. So we're going to need, to make DT fuel, we need tritium and deuterium. So tritium comes from solar neutron activators with lithium. Which, remember, we have a decent amount of lithium production going on in our big basement here. Remember how much lithium we were producing? We were producing a lot of lithium, weren't we? I feel like we were producing a lot of lithium. We went hog wild on the production of this stuff, remember, the brine? Because we needed lots and 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 lots of brine for our nuclear processing. So we're not far off from lithium, and I might do a quickie lithium teleporty bit going on, right? Because I feel like that might be cool. But that got us our lithium dust. What I might do is tap into that. So let's get that prepped now too. So I think one of the first things I'll want to do, let's kick off how many fusion things we need for the multi-block. So we need 75 reactor frames, but let's do reactor ports first. So reactor port, I'm going to want 2 of them. Reactor controller, we're going to want 1. Reactor glass, I didn't actually teach you how to make that yet, did I? I should add that. Reactor, oh no, we actually do have reactor glass, so that's cool. We actually already know how to reactor glass, so that's awesome. We're gonna need 8 of those in the long run, and then a laser focus matrix. Laser focus matrix. I'm gonna go ahead and teach that bad boy. And then while we're here, I'm also gonna teach lasers. And I'm gonna teach the laser amplifier. That seems like a good plan. Just to kind of have those things ready. Cool. All right, so now that that's ready, let's get, so we kicked off the fusion reactor ports. Did we kick off the controller? Yes, we did that. Reactor glass we've got, laser focus matrix we will kick off now. We're gonna want 1 of those. And then we're gonna want 75 reactor frames. So I'll do 72 in addition to the 3 we have, and that should be good. We'll find out if I'm wrong, but I think we should be cool with that. So it looks like everything was good to go. Yeah, we basically need 1 polonium pellet per fusion reactor frame, which is why I needed to amp up our polonium production. Sweet. So we'll get that multi-block made in a minute. Let's get our fuel sources going, right? So tritium and deuterium, right? So tritium, again, comes from solar neutrons with lithium. Deuterium comes from processing heavy water in the electrolytic separator. And that'll get us deuterium and oxygen, the oxygen which we can probably void. Now, heavy water we can get from the pump from Mekanism. So we're going to need to get probably a decent-ish amount of pumps. We're going to have to figure out exactly how many pumps we're going to want to, like, have a good amount of stuff here. But let's get our quantum entangloper, dude. Let's get, like, 8 of these cooking. Seems like a good time. Should be cool. And we'll come back when all the auto crafting's done. Alright, so we've got a lot of the crafting components done. Should we build the multi-block first? Yeah, let's go do that out there. So what I'm going to do is stick it out in this general area. Let's bring up our map real quick, just so I can claim these 2 chunks and force load them. I feel like that's a good call, right? And we'll build our fusion reactor right here next to the fission reactors that we have going on. I think that would be cool. I think that'll be neat. We'll see. So this guy needs a bunch of things, right? We're going to need all the components that we've built here. The fusion reactor controller, some of the reactor glass. That should be cool. So let's build this up. So basically your first part of your build is going to be 3x3 with 1, 2, 3, 4. So kind of this like star like pattern, right? The next one is going to have the 3x3 internal blank, but you're going to build something like this. And a 3x3 internal is the blank space, and then it builds out like that. That'll be your second part of your design. So that looks cool, right? And then the next level is going to be a completed square. But what we're going to have is something like this. Let's see. We're going to want, I think, a couple ports. And then we're also, so we're going to have a port here, and then we're going to want the laser focus matrix there. Cool. And then like that. Cool? That looks good to me. Yeah, that looks about right. And then this one's going to be the same as number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the top will be the same as the bottom, but we have the reactor controller right in the middle. And then the reactor controller goes right there. Hooray! Multi-block formed. Sweet. Now, what we can do, I think we can replace some components of this with glass, if I'm not mistaken. So let me see if I'm right about that, but I think reactor glass. Some components of it can be reactor glass. I forget exactly which. It might just be the internal components can be reactor glass. There we go. Yeah. Nice. That's cool. Now, can these guys also be reactor glass? Yeah, I don't think any edges can be reactor glass. But, yeah, that looks a little bit better, I think. I definitely think that looks a lot better, right? So wait, none of the edges. So... beautiful. That looks a lot nicer, I think. Now, can these guys be reactor glass? Yeah, they can. Nice. I don't think I need that many. 10 should be enough. Yeah? Give or take. Because I just like seeing the internals of the reactor. I think it looks better that way, right? All right, that looks good to me. Nice. All right, so there's your first step. So this thing's formed, fusion reactor's formed. Here, this slot is where the hull ROM goes once we fill it with DT fuel. And then there's a heat measurement, which I kind of don't remember how that works. The fuel and the injection rate. So the injection rate basically determines how much fuel we're pumping in, which equates to how much energy we're going to get out of it. So like, you can do air-cooled or you can do water-cooled. You can see your ignition temperature, your plasma temperature, your passive generation, that kind of stuff. Now, the nice thing about this is all this power comes from water, right? So if you really think about it, tritium comes from lithium, which comes from liquid lithium, which comes from brine, which comes from water, right? So technically, tritium comes from water. Lots of processing of water, but we get there, right? Deuterium comes from heavy water, which is made from a pump from a water source. So again, some semblance of processing, but we get there in the end. So we'll see. We're going to play with this reactor a little bit, and you know, it's one of those things that I build occasionally, and I don't remember all the details of, because, I mean, let's be honest, there's a bajillion things in modded Minecraft. Dyer doesn't remember all of them, so I need to refresh my memory. Once I start playing with it, it starts to come back to me, and I'm like, oh, right, I remember this. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. All right, so step 2 for this big process is we're going to want to get our quantum entangleopers here, and we're going to pop one right about here. Should be cool. And what I'm going to do is configure all the side configs. For gases, you're going to be inputting on the top. That's basically all I want you to do. Cool. And we're going to set a new, we're going to call it, what's this nonsense called again? Lithium? Check. Cool. So now lithium is being dumped directly into here. And remember, the quantum entangleopers have a bit of a internal buffer. So right now, all the lithium that was in this pressurized tube is dumping into here. There's no good way, as far as I know, to see how big the buffer is or what's inside it. I wonder if integrated dynamics would be able to read that information. I would imagine it probably could. Part of me just wants to try. Can we just peek real quick and see? Let's get ourselves a display panel. Let's get ourselves a... You think it would be under the block reader? Or what other kind of reader? Machine reader, maybe? It would be one of these two. Probably, I'm thinking block, because it would be on the NBT data, the block, right? Then we throw up a little variable store, and that would be all we need to do. I mean, that seems like it would make sense. So if we popped a variable store here, and we put a block reader here with a cable between, and then we threw a display panel here, What do we got? Dimension, coordinate, block, quantum entangler, tile entity, NBT. Interesting. Interesting that tile entity, NBT is being all blankish. This is a tile entity, I would assume, right? Oh, nope, there it is. It just wasn't displaying. Okay, cool. Component config, security, component upgrades, chunk, forge caps, ID, quantum entangler, component security, redstone, inventory. Interesting. There certainly is a lot of things there. Maybe it's inside that inventory tag? What do you guys think? Inventory? Maybe. I don't know. I was hoping it would be a little bit more obvious. Oh, found it! So I looked into the inventory tag. So basically I did the tile entity and dug into the inventory value that was in there. And it looks like we have 512 millibuckets of gas. Haha! Pigment fluid slurry, infused type. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So now we can actually see what's in there. So if I want to dig deeper into that, we would dig into the gas aspect of this. So what I would do is we would get the string gas, and then we would do NBT get tag. So you would take this giant NBT tag and get the tag that is gas and display that on the screen. In theory, this should be showing me what's up. Nice. Okay, it is. Cool. So gas stored amount and gas name mechanism lithium. So we can see exactly what gas is in there and how much is stored. Haha, cool. I was just curious. I mean, like, is there a huge amount of value in knowing that? No. I was just kind of curious. I really just wanted to know. And today I learned we could figure that out nice and easily. So haha. Ha 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 ha. That is all. So anyway, our buffer of lithium has now refilled itself, which means, you know, obviously it filled up that buffer in that thing. Now, we're going to need some solar neutron doohickeys. Did we ever teach you how to make them? I guess not. Solar neutron activators, I feel like would be a good time to get the autocraft for. Let's get 4 of them to start, and we'll see if we need more. We'll find out, I guess. Crafting. Alright, so annoyingly these guys don't stack, but not a big deal. But let's get our quantum entangler now. And we will probably just stick these outside. Now remember, they need sunlight, and I don't think there's any way to get them to run during the day, or during the night. So they have to run during the day. Now, theoretically, we could create an eternal day thingy, but we'll find out what we want to do. But for now, let's get a quantum entangler, and we'll get a tank. I guess we could go with a basic chemical tank for now. 64 might be cool, or should we just go ahead and bump it up right away to a second tier? Might not be a terrible idea. Yeah, we'll do 128. That should be good. All right, so what I'm going to want here is, let's figure out how this works. Because I always forget where the input and output on this guy is. Because he's one of the few machines now that don't have custom inputs and outputs, and it's always not what I would expect. It's always not where I think you would expect to have inputs and outputs. But let's get some ultimate gas pressurized tubes, right? That's the gas one. I think input is on the bottom, isn't it? Is input on the bottom? It's just lithium, so who cares? But your side config for gases will be output on the top, and you're going to be the lithium set. And we also want you to auto-eject. Gases, auto-eject on. So lithium, lithium, making tritium. Awesome. So then we're just going to 1, 2, 3, 4 that. And that looks beautiful. So that's making tritium for us. Awesome. And then what I'm thinking I'll do is have you sitting here, you guys doing that, and then you're going to fill up with tritium, right? And then your side config will be input on the left, output on the right, and you're also going to eject on, so that you will now become side config for gases, input on the left, and you will be tritium. Check. Nice. Tritium. Beautiful. So now you're probably emptying your tritium, but once we get 512 buckets stored in there, then we'll be much better. Yeah? All right, so now that we've got tritium covered, right, we've got that taken care of. Deuterium's going to be next. We're going to need to take care of that guy. We're going to handle that next episode, right? So let's just check in real quick on our village before we... Ooh, look at that. The barracks have all been upgraded to level 3. They look good. Don't they look good? I like that. That's cool. Part of me wants to get my glassblower upgraded to another level. I don't know that we need to. Glassblower doesn't seem like the kind of thing that we need to upgrade. Though I wouldn't mind my Combat Academy and my Archery being upgraded to level 3, so I think I might do that. So let's build options upgrade you to Combat Academy level 3. And I'm suspecting that's going to require quite a lot of resources, but I might be wrong. And same here, upgrade to level 3. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. We might be able to pull it off. Maybe. We'll see. I'll find out pretty quickly, you know, what everybody needs to do, right? Are you working on anything at the moment? He looks like he's about to go to Combat Upgrade 3. And you look like you're going to start working on... Yeah, you're not working on nothing either. So good. That means that my builders were currently unoccupied because they completed everything. Let's see if there were any notes that showed up. Oh yeah, I did get village. 50 citizens is enough to have one of each worker, and then some. And then town. You settled, you survived, you thrived. Booyah! That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, cool. So anything on the clipboard that we need to get for them? A handful of things, but nothing too terrible. It looks like to me, right? Some nether brick fence for yeast roll. Right, I'm just going to go drop them into my warehouse. All right, wrapping up point for the episode, I think. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time, continue on the Mechanism Fusion Reactor, and obviously keep an eye on how our Combat Academy and Archery upgrades go. All right, guys. Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.